Hello everyone, this is Charles of Victoria here. This video is going to be a playthrough, like a walkthrough of the Aoharu Hai. So I'm going to walk you guys through how the Aoharu Hai scenario is going to work and, introduce you to the new different mechanics that is new from, URA scenario. Because the Aoharu Hai for global players is going to be the second scenario, and it's also the first scenario that you guys will be introduced to scenario gimmicks. So scenario gimmicks is something that is going to happen for every scenario onwards. You may have seen some crazy footage of the DYI island that is currently the newest scenario, the 11th scenario. You may have seen the spirit explosion mechanic in Aoharu Hai, or just the different mechanics in other scenarios, right? So this video is going to introduce you and get you accustomed to what's going to be happening in Aoharu Hai, and I'm going to just run you through what you can expect, right? So first of all, we're actually going to start from talking about how to build your Uma, right? I'm going to be using Ogre Cap. I'm going to build Ogre Cap as an example. I'm going to build her for, say, something like CM5 Mile Team Trials, right? We're going to build her for Mile, and we're going to give her stuff like stuff that is strong for Mile races. So first of all, we have to, just imagine the stat line, right? We need to recognize the stat line that we're trying to go for here. In the Aoharu Hai scenario, you may know that there is a character, you may know that there's a new support card called Riko-chan, right? Riko Kashimoto is going to be one of the new support cards that is going to be released, and she is a friend support card. She has, what she's going to do essentially is that she's going to have outing events that give you mood up, energy, and most importantly, stamina and guts. You know how like in, let's say, CM3 or CM1 or CM2, like any CM, right? There's this thing called stamina requirement. And so this stamina requirement thing requires you to, sometimes bring stamina sparks, sometimes bring stamina cards even, or even power cards to, just push it up because your Uma needs to full spurt, right? Now, with Riko-chan, this means that you can slack off in the stamina department. Yes, Riko-chan gives you a lot of stamina and guts, so that without using as many, say, stamina sparks, you are able to reach the stamina objective, and now you can use your rounds, use your time, use your support card slots for different stats. I'm going to demonstrate it right here. So right now, ignore the 1300, right? The stat limit is going to still be 1200, right? So right now, our stat goal is going to be 1200 speed, 650 stamina, and then 901 power, 300 guts, and 900 wit. This is very attainable for free to play, alright? This is really attainable as long as, say, you have like just only Kitasan Black. If Kitasan Black and also say like 1 LB Riko, you should be able to acquire this. And with stronger sparks, you should be able to reach even higher. I'm going to show you how exactly I do it. So, we just said that Riko-chan is going to give us stamina, right? How much is she going to give you? So she's going to give you, so the base scenario usually gives you like, say, around 250-ish stats. So you're going to expect this to be ending around 200, 300-ish if you don't do anything at all. And now if you bring something like Riko-chan, you're going to get an extra, like, say, 200 stamina. The detailed evaluation of Riko-chan is going to be left for like later on, but right now I want to get this guide out first. I want to explain to you guys what the hell is happening and how the deck is built first, so bear with me. I'm just going to use like random ass numbers, right? So we're going to expect around like 200 stam, 150 guts if like with an R Riko or like LB1 Riko, right? This is not the exact number. So we are missing around, say, just 60-ish, 90-ish stamina, in which each from like each inheritance we're going to get like 20, 21, 21, 21, because something like a 3-star spark is going to have like 21 boost, right? So each stat, each 3-star spark is going to give you like, say something like 63. You can roughly assume that it's 60. It's usually not on like the direct number, but whatever, right? We're just using this guide to give you a simple, like generic idea. Anyways, we're going to be bringing sparks for the CM. So the mile CM is going to require like 12, 6.5, 9, 3, 9. So now we will go for, since Riko-chan covers 200 and 150, we will go for, at most, say something like stamina sparks. We're going to go for 6 only. We just need 6. I don't really mind. Like 6 stamina sparks, right? 6 stamina sparks. This is like 5 right now. This is 5 total. Is there any like 6 stamina sparks? So right now I might be bringing stamina sparks. I just need 3. 3 to something like, what? I think 3 is actually enough even, like for a mile race. For a mile race, maybe you need 3 to 6, and that's it. You don't need to bring, say, something like 12 stamina sparks. Now only need 3. So the remainder of your, your sparks, you can allocate it into luxury stats such as power and wit. The idea for building in Aoharu Hai is that right now the overall stat is going to be inflated. People don't really like this word, but I think that it's perfectly fine in Umamusume context, right? Scenarios will grow, you'll move towards a new scenario, there's going to be new mechanics that you can abuse, there's going to be new mechanics, there's the new gimmicks, and so this is the scenario gimmick. Right now, we are being introduced, or like we're learning how to get more luxury stats of like wit and power. This is the scenario that gives us more wit and power, and that's the focus for the scenario, right? Right now, I have 21 stamina. And I'm actually, the remainder of my sparks, I'm going to all slam it on power. I could bring something like this, I guess. I could bring something like, you know what, can I do 9 power? Yep, I'm just gonna do something like 8 power, right? This is realistic. This is 8 power. This is 8 power, and then my top one has 3 stamina and 6 power. So this, obviously you have like different sparks. I have like my box in JP, so I have a lot of sparks that I built in the past, right? But just according to yourself, I think something like this is going to be a general guide for what you're going to build. Anyways, without stalling, let's actually just move forward. So right now we have Riko-chan. We are assuming 1 LB Riko-chan. Do keep in mind that this is the buffed version of Aoharu, but the idea is the same, and I'm going to be trying to, give you guys this video is just giving you guys a general idea so you guys know what to expect, all right? Like yeah. Anyways, so we're going to be bringing, say, something like MLB Kitasan, and then we're going to borrow hang on, let me think. We're just gonna borrow a card like ooh, wow, Right Shower. Actually, I'm not going to be borrowing Right Shower because we don't need her. In this case, we're training a Mao Uma, and so I'm going to be introducing the core mechanic of like how to maximize spirit explosions. So we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be going that route. I'm just gonna grab some, like, just some random ass SR cards. This is like my deck. I can recreate my old deck back in like JP, back in Taiwanese server, I guess. So this was my deck. I was borrowing, I think. Do I have Nice Nature? Alright, we are back with Nice Nature Wit card borrow. So this is something like 3 speed, 2 wit, and just 3 stamina sparks. And also, say something like 1 LB Riko-chan, right? This is going to be a decently manageable deck for a lot of you. I think that if you don't have, say, something like MLB Kitasan, I'm just gonna say it, you can't go 3 speed right now. You can go 3 speed here, but if you do have MLB Kitasan, I think you can actually lower it down to 2 speed and say something like 3 wit. So if you have MLB Kitasan, you can do 2 speed, 3 wit in this scenario. I'm being serious. So I'm gonna grab something like, Nice. That was Scarlet here. So, in my experience, in this scenario, for if you're not like Whale, Leviathan, whatnot, my experience as free-to-play during the scenario was that Riko-chan was almost 100% in my deck, except for that one time I was training for Sprint CM. But that was only for that one CM. Everything else, every other situation, I'm probably going to want to have Riko-chan in my deck because it's just so free. It's free stamina that I can't say no to. I don't have to think about, you know, the stamina requirements anymore, as hard anymore, right? At least. And I can just Kitasan, Riko, and then build everything else. So this is going to be the mild deck, right? This is 3 wit. Wow, that's like a lot of wit, right? No power cards, no nothing. Exactly, because we have Ogre Cap. On Ogre Cap, we have 20% speed, 10% power, right? This means that we, with the power sparks, we can just outright do this and expect us to hit 900 power. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Side note, if you are going to train something like a long race, might as well just cover it right now, right? For long races, overall, you should be using more power sparks still, because if you are like me with only MLB Kitasan and then you're going to pull Riko, back in my days, I used to go always borrow Creek, because borrowing Creek means that it's just so much more simple and you don't have to spark whale super hard. The issue with the Right Shower support card, like the Right Shower power card that you guys see people gassing up, is that Right Shower power card is she doesn't push power. She doesn't push stamina as hard. When you're clicking speed to max speed, right? And so you're cleaving like power anyways. So you should be fine. You should not ever bring like a power card. I'm like the number one power card hater in the server anyways, but whatever. All right, hang on. What am I doing here? So, you know, I'm trying to look for Creek. There we go. All right, so say I borrow Creek. I go something like, let me just pull it up. I'll go something like, Asian Flash. This is for a long race. This is like something like DM6, Kyoto 3000 meters. Long CM, I'm going to be bringing half stamina, half power sparks, you know, but the stamina sparks to fit the requirement is going to be, you know, a little bit more important, because you really don't want to click stamina that much during your courier. If you didn't realize that, you don't really click that stat often, right? Sorry for stalling. I'm still explaining stuff on the way. I don't really have a script right now. Regardless, this is going to be my deck, an example deck for a long CM. I think maybe 4 speed depending on the situation or on your SR support card situation. But I think 4 speed is playable. This is actually playable. You only have like 1 creep. If you go a little bit more stamina sparks, I think it's totally playable. Anyways, we're gonna come back to this thing. I'm just going to slam whatever like power spark that I find, right? Major Orion. Oh my gosh, what is this? Right. Yeah, whatever. Like, you just make it realistic. This is like, oh, wow, less power sparks, a little tiny bit more stamina sparks, whatever, right? I'm just going to pretend that this is like CM5 build. So, right now we're 2 speed. Okay, whatever. Fuck. My bad. So right now we're 2 speed, 3 wit. Again, I'm going to re-mention that the wit cards that say free-to-plays will want to use is going to be these wit cards. I'm going to point out a few notable ones that I think is really good, right? So first of all, Daiwa Scarlet Wit is an insanely strong training wit stick. Fukitaru is also, for me, a very strong wit stick. These 2 cards, because they have such a high starting bond, they all both have like something like I think this is 25 plus I forgot, like another 10, 35 or something. Yeah, they both have like a really high starting bond. And so I think it was 40 starting bond. So these two, they can kick in the wit training extremely quickly. We're going to figure out why we want that right now. All right, we're going to start the run. The reason we want 3 wit instead of saying, you know, something like something more comfortable or intuitive is that we want to maximize our rounds of training. Yes, that's going to be the core idea when you're going into Aoharu Hai. All right, we want to maximize our rounds of trainings so we can, you know, first of all, use the scenario gimmick. The scenario gimmick being like the team function, right? We're going to say the first 2 rounds. We're going to talk about it later when the screen comes up. But first 2 rounds, we're going to actually, you know, think a little bit here, right? So this scenario, the facility levels are upgraded based off of your team rank, which is not here yet. This means that when you're clicking bond, you can be a little bit more, you can click on like this, I guess. In your A, I put a lot of emphasis on like the scenario level, not the scenario, the training level, facility level, right? But right here, you don't really have to care that much. But first 2 rounds, we're just going to click, say something like this, right? We're going to click something like this. The second round is where it's at. So Riko-chan, we see Riko-chan for a half a frame. In this case, there's 3 people here, right? But the next round is when we get our like team. We get our team here. So our team hasn't formed yet. We are just alone right now. And the next round, instead of clicking this for the bond, I'm actually going to be outing because I want to keep as much energy as possible. Everybody has different ways of playing this. I play it like this. I don't want to go into round 3 with less energy. So from now on, we start the gimmick thing. You'll see something like an up arrow here, right? We click into here and we'll start seeing these up arrow thingies. These up arrow thingies are basically just building up to a gauge. So these things, when maxed out, is going to give you a chance of the Aoharu or like Unity Cup Spirit Explosion thingy. This is again kind of like a general guide, playthrough guide. I'm not really going extremely deep into the mechanics. I'm just going through what you should be doing in a run, right? The mechanics guide will come later. But right now, you just click on this. You will click on these things, and you want to, first of all, build your bond. Second of all, build these gauges. You will see this time thing. There's like 21 days, 21 turns until the Aoharu Cup. So this means that before this day comes, so like by the end of the year, this is, let me check the calendar, by the end of the year right here, this 21 rounds, we are going to face off against other teams and have a Team Trials-esque PvP style. And PvE actually, yeah, whatever. So right here, we're just going to chase bonds and click whatever, right? We're going to want to level up these things and, you know, just build towards it. Now, the remainder of the team joined. These are the remainder of the team. So these are not friendship training, okay? These are just the scenario link cards. So they don't really give you training effect. I think they give you the extra stack bonus. So in case you didn't know, there in Umamusume, if there's like 1 man and there's compared to like a 5-man, there's extra stack bonus depending on however many trainees are on the same facility. So if there's like 5-man, even if these are NPCs, these NPCs you don't really get training effect from them. But even if they are NPCs, you still get a tiny bit of effect from them. But overall, it's nothing that you should be actively worrying about. You should be still looking at your Umas itself. So right now, I'm just going to click Guts. It's fine to click Guts. It's fine to click whatever. You just want to build your bonds and also your up arrows, right? So Riko-chan has joined our team. We're right here. We're just going to click whatever. So now, something like this is going to happen, you're going to see these kinds of trainings. You want to keep on clicking on these things. In your scenario, maybe a lot of you haven't really used Tazuna-san. Tazuna-san wasn't like really a must-use character, a must-use support card, and so you guys might not be familiar with it. But anyways, the idea with Riko-chan is that you want to activate her as early as possible. By activate, I mean that you want to click on her, like click on her training, so she activates the first outing event. Here I get food event. Actually, Ogre in the future is going to get a plus 200 energy food event. Right? It would be too funny if I. it would be fun if I didn't click it. Whatever. Why the fuck not? Let's go. Ooh, we're like slow metabolism. Whatever. Anyways, so right here, we're actually going to be clicking Riko-chan first. So you see, like, Nice Nature's gauge is about to max, right? I know I'm slow metabolism right now, but we're just going to let the fatty do her thing and let it clear later on. Anyways, we're going to click Riko-chan, and now the Riko-chan outing event, the first meeting event, the meeting event is going to occur. Now, Nice Nature has activated her Spirit Explosion. This Spirit Explosion thing is going to, when you trigger it, it's going to, when it's on like a wit training, it's going to give you a little bit more energy. It's this, you can see this white part here. If you are triggering it on like say speed training or whatever energy consuming training, it's going to consume more energy. And you would see that right now there's extra like fiery numbers right here, right? This is the stat gain you gain from Aoharu Spirit Training. Right, we're going to click on it. It's going to explode. It's going to rise levels up. This is going to explode, and it's going to give us a skill. So we just triggered like a Spirit Explosion, yeah? And so what that did was to give us, first of all, like extra stats, and then in this case, it was like extra stats, energy, and then also it gave us a skill, and also it leveled up Nice Nature. So the Spirit Explosion thing, basically you're just chasing for it because it's the scenario gimmick. It will level up the Uma in your team trials thingy. I don't know how they call it in like the localization, but essentially it's a team trials thingy that you guys are going to see later on when like we encounter our first race, right? So right here, Nice Nature's stats are significantly higher than say something like Kitasan Black, who only has one-fourth of a gauge, yeah? The hint that I get from Nice Nature just now was this hint, and it's like a Spirit Explosion. In this case, it's similar to an exclamation mark, which is like the hint icon, right? But at the same time, I do note that this up arrow thingy can also give you hints that's not from this card, but from the from the attributes that the character has. So yeah, it's going to pull from say mild, medium, sashi, late surger, pace chaser, and it's going to give it, and it's going to be like one of the four. It has a chance to do that. Anyways, we're going to keep on. This is how you get the hints, and sometimes when you're interacting with the with essentially the hint thingy, when you explode a hint, I remember trying to chase for say something like long corners, long straights from like from the Spirit Explosion thingy. It was very stupid, but you can get like surprise skills. And also something like what if Guts, not Guts Air Group, if Air Group comes into your team later on, you can actually get groundwork, a random ass groundwork. Groundwork can just walk into your deck. Like, I'm not even joking. This is a very interesting part of Aoharu. You're introduced to more hints. You're going to get more skills, and we're gonna talk about it later on. Right now, we are still focusing on our pre-debut. We're still clicking the trainings, yeah? So here, we max another one. I'm going to show you how the up arrows actively like gradually increase your Uma's stats later on. So after this round, yeah, after this round. Reminder that whatever. Just gonna win this. We're running Late Surger Ogre for CM5, yeah? We're running Late Surger Ogre for CM5. So, we want to get as close as those stats as possible. Anyways, we're going to keep going. Reminder that, yeah, we're going to say click something like this, right? So right now, Riko-chan is past 60 bond. Passing 60 bond means that she is going to have increased chance of getting the outing event. She's going to come out soon, I suppose, and we should be able to see that outing event soon, hopefully. All right, so we get another Aoharu explosion. This is another Wit card on the Wit training. This is not the case every single time, remember? Just remember that they can pretty much go anywhere. You can explode on guts, you can explode on stamina, speed, whatever card, whatever training, they can do that, right? This is just a case of me getting it twice in a row. And, oh, by the way, so there's going to be a skill that you guys get for the scenario. I'm going to talk about it in the end, I guess. But while I'm clicking on these, like, there's only going to be a limited amount of Aoharu explosions that will occur in every single run. It's not actually that many, right? Don't expect yourself to explode like, 15, 20 of these bubbles. You're not trying to go for these. You're going to try get around at least, like, I think 8 to 9. 8 to 9 is going to be the average ace run amount, if I remember correctly, right? I'll have to maybe update this number when we come back to Aoharu Hai, but overall, generally speaking, the more Wit cards you have in your deck, the more easy it is to, just keep on slamming around, getting up arrows, and then building up towards the explosion thingy. So right now, say we're looking at Fukitaru. Fukitaru, we're going to explode her, right? She has 220 speed to 239 wit. We're gonna click on her, and she's gonna explode. And let's see what her stats will be. 220 speed, yeah? Now, let's go. What am I saying, dude? Anyways, Riko-chan actually came out. So, might as well talk about Riko-chan first, right? So right here, she is going to have 3 options for her outing event. God, I have PTSD for this event. This event, when you click top, there is I'm just gonna say it, non-zero chance, larger than 1 chance, larger than 10%, 20% chance that she, if you click top, will fail the event. By failing the event, what this essentially means is that she hates you. You failed the date event, and she's gonna leave you forever. Generally speaking, bottom one just ends the event on the spot and, just say goodbye. You're forever not going to see Riko-chan ever again. The idea with Riko-chan is that you want to abuse her outing events because her outing events give you a lot of stamina and guts, right? Stamina and guts is something that we want at the base level, so we just want to have the easiest time in increasing these stats and greed as hard as we can on the luxury stats, that is power and wit on top of maxing speed. That's going to be the idea for playing this game always. And so Riko-chan here, she actually gives us 2 options, right? The top one is a gambling option, which gives us extra 18 energy, and then also 12 stamina. The middle one is going to give us 19 guts. Honestly, without you should be treating the stamina and guts as like around equal here. It's just a matter of if you really care about that extra 18 energy or something. That's a really marginal amount of energy that you will you're risking here for your entire run right now. So up until this point, to decide whether or not you click on top or middle is basically first of all, if you really have too much time on your hands, if you're intending that, every run I want to grind at least 80 energy, I want at least 18 energy more than the opponent. So my opponents are going to click middle, and I I can afford to play more, right? I can afford to play more runs. I can do stuff. I will gamble for this. If I lose, I instantly glue. Because, you know, without the outing, you're kind of cooked. You're actually cooked. You're not kind of cooked. You're actually cooked. There's no coming back from that. So never really gamble. Never gamble the top one. If you are on like a very high roll run, all right, never gamble the top one. There's literally no point. This is a very low investment gamble that outright just ruins your run. So it's like little, you're risking your entire run for something like 18 energy. So it's not worth it. You click the middle. I will click middle here for the sake of demonstration. You can click top if you think your run is kind of cooked. If you're on a high roll, don't do it. All right, that's going to be general idea. Here, I don't really want to click this. Alright, sorry, we got sidetracked by Riko here, but we just had 220 speed right now, just now, and now we have 350 speed on Machikane Fukita, yeah? So this increased a bunch, and it gave us also like one more hint from Machikane Fukita, yeah? Cool. So right in this round, we are going to go race and complete Ogre Caps objectives, whatever. We have like no good training, so we're just going to race. Overall, generally speaking, in this scenario, you're not racing as much. You would see me in CM3, if you have watched my streams, you would see me actively go for, say something like 20 races, right? All 3 of my Umas had 20 races on top of trying to get like the closest stats. I would actively sack stats for races. In Aoharu's case, you don't do it. You can't really afford because it risks your team's growth. So you really have to, you know, just click more on your teammates and give them a little bit more care. You need to raise them, you know, good and healthy, fat and healthy, whatever. You need to give them fei fei ba ba. You know, in Chinese we call it fei fei ba ba. It's basically just be healthy, you know, be healthy, be fat and healthy. Anyways. So, we are not able to do as many races as possible, as we used to be able to, right? Here we have our third Spirit Explosion on the power stat. That's okay, that's fine. We are going to activate our third Spirit Explosion, right? You may have noticed that when you're playing the actual Aoharu Hai in like the global scenario, that the up arrows don't occur as often, and that the hints don't come as often. That is because right now I'm playing on the buffed version of Aoharu Hai, which increases a tiny bit of stat gain, but generally speaking, it's still the same mechanics, except that there's a tiny bit more, there's like that purple explosion thingy, which I'll probably cut out in this video, in this like entire recording, right? So right now we are at low energy. In the past, without Riko-chan, you would need to click the rest button. Imagine clicking the rest button and needing to night owl into glue, right? It's very annoying, but now with Riko-chan, we can just outing. Riko-chan's events are supposed to give you energy. You're supposed to use it to, in between like nothing burger rounds that you can't do anything in, or that you need to rest. You're weaving in Riko-chan rounds to in between like weak training or energy recovery. 5 or 4, even if it's 4, it's still very much enough. If you deem that there's it's going to be better in the early game to use rest instead of Riko-chan outing, you can totally do that. It's fine to rest up to like 2 extra times in this scenario, I think. If I recall correctly, my metric was like around 2. If I go above 2, I'm probably on a glue run anyways. Unless you are bringing 4 speed, no, not 4 speed, 3 speed, 2 stamina, or like 4 speed, 1 stamina. Anyways, so right here at this timing, this is September, late September, we are given a option. So we can pick between team, I think this is like a team carrot. So we can pick between Team Carrot and also Machikane Fukitaru's team. You guys don't really understand Japanese anyway, so whatever. Right, so Fukitaru's team and also Team Carrot, right? Here, the option is going to affect the skill that you get at the end of the run. So for example, if I had a scenario card such as a Rice Shower in my deck right now, I could click Rice Shower. There would be an extra option for me to click Rice Shower, and at the end of the scenario, at the last tiny bits of the scenario, Rice Shower is, assuming we won the last race, alright? Assuming we won the last race and completed all the objectives, we will get, say, cooldown. Rice Shower scenario link is cooldown. I wouldn't say cooldown is extremely strong. Like, it's still kind of like an ass skill. This one is even worse. This is like clairvoyance or something. This is like the medium, yeah, the eloquent apostle skill, clairvoyance. So in this case, if you pick Fukitaru, you basically pick it for team trials score farming, right? The bottom one gives you non-stop girl. Harura gives you indomitable, and one more Taiki Shell give you Mal Maven, I think. Mal Maven currently also doesn't work, and it doesn't work that much. So yeah, this is going to be selection here. Anyways, we're going to click Fukitaru. Wow, hang on, we're gonna get whatever. I'm just gonna skip this thing. I'm just gonna skip this thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant to the conversation. Anyways, so you can see like the other team members training behind you. It's kind of funny. Anyways, so right here, we on top of our bond stuff, we are about fine. We're doing fine in terms of like, say, team level. Usually the metric for me before going into the Aoharu race, the Aoharu Cup race, is going to be something like 3 to 4 Aoharu explosions. So spirit explosions, I would want to go around 3 to 4. If I go lower than that, it's probably a glue run. I probably explained it earlier on, but regardless, that's my metric. All right, 3 is perfectly fine. All right, 3 is perfectly fine. There's no need to absolutely rush it. There's no need to rush it. Obviously, more is better. Earlier is good, but yeah, it's a little bit. It's a snowbally scenario. If you do get like a really fast-paced run where you get a bunch of spirit explosions very early on, you may be able to rush your team rank to the max rank earlier and get level 5 training. But that is very marginal and not something that you really actively have to chase. You're already chasing for the up arrows anyways, right? So it's not something that you really have to worry about. Oh my god, I didn't get like enough this run. My run is cloaked. It's not something like that, right? It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, here I can pick between like Sweepy Explosion, or I could pick between like Wit, right? I'm just going to explode Sweepy and bring her to max bond. Let's go. Yeah, sure, whatever. And alright, cool. Here we are met with nothing good. There's nothing we can do here. We exploded 4 times. We are around at the decent level, right? We can go race here. I'm sure that if I go into the later races, if I go into like the Aoharu race, team race, I know that 4 of my teammates are going to do fine, and I'm not going to worry about that much. So, people are going to talk about. I have to pretend this doesn't exist because. Whatever. People are going to talk about how you need to min-max your team, and by that, for that matter, I think that as long as you're clicking like fine, as long as you're not clicking, what's that? As long as you're not clicking no up arrows, you're just not. As long as your Umas aren't starving and your entire team is like glue, you should be fine, and you should usually 90% of the time have no need, actually 0 need to tune your team. This might result in a little bit of loss, but honestly, I really can't be asked to tune it every single run. Alright, this is something that you guys will learn to live with, kind of like it'll show you this it'll show you the screen, but I don't want to min-max it every single time. Like, this button should be on. This button should be on. It should automatically assign all of your teammates into a good position. And so right now I have, say, D, 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 and myself, right? And so I don't need to tune anything. I usually should be able to just steamroll through every other Uma. So believe in your Umas. This is okay. We're gonna probably have memes about the 5 double circle and then 0 wins 5 losses memes. I'm looking forward to those memes, bro. Anyways, we're going to do our first team race here. So in this case, we're facing off against Naruto Brian and my own Top Gun. This is going to be the team race thingy. Yeah, this is like team trials, right? This looks like exactly like team trials. Essentially, we don't really care if we win 5 or win 3, as long as we win at least 3, we pass this. Most of the time, it should win all. It should win all. Until it doesn't. And I know it's gonna happen. For a lot of us. Us. Yes, me. Because I have a grudge with this scenario. Anyways, like generally speaking, you should be able to just steamroll it. Generally speaking. I'm stacking like 20 stacks of armor. I'm the Diejia, you know, like I'm trying to like be chill here, but oh my god, the Aoharu race mechanic, I lost that one time and I remember it for her. But just generally speaking, you're not losing it. Generally speaking, okay? Generally. You feel me? Anyways, the 12%, we're gonna click Wit. We pass it. Nice Nature bond is going to be brought up. Cool. Now, this is we're going to be upgraded to team rank C. We're just going to chill. Here's Nice Nature's second event. It's very cool. Now there's this is like a nothing burger round. You see these kinds of trainings. These kinds of trainings don't really do much. Sure, you get like 1, 2, 3, 4. You max out Taiki Shuttle. It's 11%. It gives a little like shiny +6, right? But overall, you don't really go for those. Sure, they can give you like your levels. You might need it sometimes when you need to clutch something. But overall, you're not really using it. Right now, we are 2 outing events down. This is a nothing burger round, so we will use outing here. Here, when we click top, we'll get extra energy, a little bit more energy. If we click bottom, we're gonna not get energy, and we're going to get what's that? Like skill points, right? Anyways, we're going to keep on clicking. This is the idea for this scenario. Whenever you don't have anything that you're doing, you don't want to click the rest button. You want to limit your rest and click Riko-chan. Also, one point that I probably should have said like much earlier is that right now, on top of training our own Uma, right? On top of training the team itself, we're also training our own Uma. The idea is to train our own Uma. The main character, the protagonist, is still Recap here. And you do not actively go for, say, something like this to, just get a little bit more level or to get more explosion in favor of raw stats. You still want to go for raw stats. The reason we're upgrading it is because we want to win the races and also get the explosions, get the extra stat from the explosions. But overall, we still want to click on raw stats here. All right. Here there's no up arrow, there's no nothing in terms of the scenario gimmick itself, but we are gaining stats, right? We're clicking gaining stats. Here we go back to clicking some training, Wit training. It's very chill, yeah. This scenario requires you to bring more Wit cards because we want to maximize the training. I hope that by now you probably figured out, so Wit cards are going to be good, right? This is Umamusume, and Umamusume is Wit Game. From now on, from Aoharu Hai onwards, we are going to be seeing Wit cards in every single deck pretty much all of the time. Pretty much. And you should be expecting yourself to get accustomed to using Wit cards in your deck, alright? I cannot click this. I'm just gonna click like raw training. Here I could use like a bond. And this purple thing, essentially the idea is that it's not part of the OG Aoharu Hai, so I can't click it. If clicking it if I click it, it would be cheating, alright? If I click it, it would be cheating. But I'm kind of briefing my run here. Anyways, we get a little bit more and more energy from the Riko-chan, and so we keep on clicking Wit training. We just speed, Wit, speed, Wit, speed, Wit. Umamusume is now a Wit game, right? It's now a Wit game. This is and will be the case for the future. We go into NHK, we go run. Yeah, so this scenario, might as well talk about it for a bit. This scenario, most Umas, except for that one long race that we will encounter, most Umas will want to bring Wit cards in their deck. So anything that isn't 3,000 meters, I think the majority of the players should be able to fit a Wit card in their deck. Because now stamina, because of Riko-chan, thanks to Riko-chan, he's going to make this pressure on stamina much lower. So basically, you are Riko-chan or SSR Riko-chan, borrow Creek if you don't have Creek. I've never had Creek. Borrow Creek, and then you will be able to reach your stamina requirement. Maybe sometimes you get like minor Top Gun for like a second stamina. But anyways, the idea is that you should by now have pretty decent set of SR cards for the majority of the players. Should have like SR cards, and then you should have R Riko, and then you borrow Creek. The majority of the players are going to borrow Creek. If not, you borrow something else. I don't know what you're going to borrow. And then you should be able to reach the stamina requirements of, say, something like 1,100 2-goal recovery on CM5 if you do like bring a little bit more stamina sparks. I know it's a bit much that I just talked about, but anyways, that's the idea. Here, Daiwa Scarlet gets maxed, a lot of gauges gets maxed. Cool. We're 6th, early June here. So we click Wit, we try to keep our energy high. We avoid the purple because I really can't click the purple. That's not part of the scenario. I'm trying to keep it fair here. Cool. Here we click another Wit. We click another Wit, that is fine. Notice how we didn't really explode any Aoharu explosions. We didn't get like any spirit explosions for the past half a year. Is that a problem? Is it going to cause issues for us? Is it going to ruin our team? Not exactly. This is actually going to occur quite a bit. If you don't, it's not if you don't, it's that it's actively going to occur quite a bit. Alright, so don't worry about it. Also here, I'm just going to check this, but there's not really that much to check. Everybody's team rank C. We go in there, we team rank C, we should be able to PvP the B rank guy. We're just gonna, you know, 2 single circle, 3 triple circle, 3 double circle, whatever. We just win them, right? Surely we win them. Unless we lose. There we go. 2, 3. Yes, there we go. GG. Done. Why am I being so excited? Like, back in the day, this is... if you lose, right? If you somehow lose 3 races, that's instant loop. Because you do have a really high chance to win. It's very favored towards you unless you do top. But if you do top, middle, top, or like if you just have one middle, if you pick one of the middle ones, you should be able to win actually just 99% of the time. But accidents happen. And if accident didn't happen, unfortunately your stats are going to be absolutely brick. Because you're not getting the full value of the scenario, and the plus 10s that you get here, you should be seeing some like plus 5s, plus 10s, right? These stats are going to be weakened, and you're not going to get as much of them. So you don't want to lose. So it's basically, you can go middle, top, and be safe for the entire run. It's okay. It's honestly just fine. There's no need to worry about it too much, all right? I'm going to reiterate, there's no need to worry about it too much. Alright, we go here, there's explosion. I could go and explode the power one, but I'm not really feeling it. I think the Wit training is more tasty, so I'm gonna go for it. Here, first, cool. Riko-chan gives us stamina. That's like 3 stamina. 3 is not nothing. Like you gotta respect that. Ooh, witch training, poggers. Let's go. What am I doing, dude? Anyways, so here I can't click Kitasan Black because that would be cheating. So whatever, right? We just click witch training again. Why not? Yeah, cool. I've been clicking witch training for the past 20 hours and I'm not tired yet. Are you tired? I'm not, because I haven't needed to rest a single time. Here I get guts, I spend a little bit more energy, that's okay. That's fine. I get a hint from Daiwa Scarlet and that's okay. Cool. Now we go back out there. There is, are we going to be leveling up? I think we leveled up to level up our team. Yeah, team status rank up. So this is our team status rank. This means that in B rank we're going to give it's going to give us like the new the stronger what's that, the facility level, right? We're the stronger facility level. What the fuck am I supposed to do? If I click this, people call me cheating and people call this an invalid run. If I don't click this, I feel bad. For science. I need to give an accurate representation, or else, you know, I need to give an accurate representation. It's okay. It's okay. You know, those tasty stats are just never gonna come back. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna, no. Right here, we have a last outing. I don't want to use it that fast yet. There's no point in clicking these. These are really awkward, even though it upgrades your team rank and whatnot. These are really awkward to click on. I don't not want to click this as well. This is like super awkward. So the only left remaining option I want to save my bond, if I want to save my bond, is to go outing. Okay, we don't get another rainbow anyways. Sure. Then what is this dead round? We race. That's okay. Whatever. We race. Again, there are some JP mechanics that are a tiny bit in the way. I will let you know if there is. I'm still trying to keep it as accurate as possible. Alright, Style Scout second event. Cool. We're back. We keep upgrading our guys. We still haven't exploded a single Spirit Explosion in the entire year. We're like approaching the end of the year, and we get one. Can we get one? I mean, it's a good representation of how low can you really go without like exploding anything and still win all the races, right? How low can we really go? So yeah, don't stress it too much. Right now, our stat line is looking decent. Decent. Our wit might be leaking a tiny bit, so I want to go for more speed training. Let's hope it goes well for us this round. Anyways, we're going to complete Mouse Championship. We're gonna go on and. Here we take right-handed. I'm doing right-handed. Why not, right? This is CM5. CM5. Ooh, big training. Cool. Let's go. That's cool. We take those. And then Arima Kinan, right? So Arima Kinan, we used 4 Riko outings. We have 3. We have 3 stamina sparks, I think, right? Yeah, we had. I like it. We had 6 stamina sparks. 330 stamina at the middle of the run. So by the end of this run, we should be landing at around 550-ish, at least 550. We're going for 600, 650-ish, so we will have to maybe click a tiny bit of stamina explosion, but that's okay. Like, that's how you tune your stats, right? Sometimes, if you really care, you can go a little bit more, but right now we're just demonstrating the possibilities of it. All right, so here we are B rank. This guy is also B rank. We don't want to take the head-on clash with them because we kind of suck the entire year, and so that's fine. We just let them be, and we go bully the other guy, right? We go chow the other guy, and we just win. Remember, we don't really need to look at the team. We just tune by top, bottom, top, middle, top. We never click bottom. Do not click bottom. Clicking bottom, I think, breaks your what's that? I think clicking bottom will let you have like less stats at the end. It will just not give you enough stats. So your team rank won't be high enough. Anyways, we're gonna come back here. We're gonna click speed. I'm just still reading the stats for the Uma. I'm not reading the explosions yet. I don't really care about the explosions until they land on a good training. That's honestly a decent. That's fine. That's fine. It's honestly manageable. It's okay. Here, fine. Can I get a? Dude, I know some of you are like screaming to me, click it, please. But then I know some of you are going to despise me for if I click this. I know, I'm watching you. I don't want to click the. Our high key has been edged for long enough. Let's click. Let's go. Cool. I don't care. It's okay. Oh, by the way, since in this scenario, what's that? The chairman is gone. The chairman is gone in this scenario, right? So the replacement of chairman is going to be Riko-chan herself. So to increase your unique skill level, you're now chasing for the Riko-chan instead of chasing for chairman. Chairman's just outright gone. He's not there. So if you bring Riko-chan, it should be 100% rate for your for your basically your the mood up at the Kanchasai, and also like the unique skill level. Yes, thank you. Oh my god, English. Anyways, wit training. I hope I don't fail at 2%. I sure hope I don't fail at 2%. Because we're still on a okay track right now. Right. It's fine. So right here, we're 436, 365. So usually 436 is weird if we go, it's kind of iffy if we go Tenno Spring, right? But in this case, something like 365 guts is going to actually power us through the Tenno Spring, even with 430 something stamina. No, that's okay. That's really nice for us. I'm going to keep my outing. I like to keep one outing at in case of emergency. I like to keep one outing at the end in case like the Uma suddenly doesn't want to run and just drops like 2 move downs, right? So here, I hope I get another explosion here. I have 2 more rounds. I'm done with the thing. Go. Nice. Cool. We take those. So now we explode another one. Sure. Right now we are on how many explosions? We are on. Okay, Sweetie. Hi. We are on 8 ranked, 7 explosions at this point. So we have a few more primed and not exploding yet, but that's okay. So here I'm going to actually use my outing because I don't want to risk it too much. My energy level, remember that my energy level is honestly okay. Like the energy level not being at max, it's all right because right now we have 3 wit cards in our deck to try balance it. Aoharu waves is non-existent. Ignore it. Do I have to fight this? I clicked bottom already once. Do I have to fight this? So by here, I should be clicking top in the global server, right? In the old Aoharu, I should be clicking top here. Right now, I'm not sure if it's going to give me too much. I'm just going to, for safety, I'm going to click like this one. I think it's a little bit iffy. If I win, I get 4th place, I guess. It should be 2nd place if I win this. Alright, we should be winning. This is like a match. If we lose, it's glue. It would be so sad. Okay, one more. There we go. Nice. Not even close. Not even close. It's like doki doki, you know? It's scary. It's sometimes scary. Anyways. As always, as I was talking about the Wit cards, we have Wit cards, so our energy management is going to be better. If you're not throwing the run like I am avoiding these ones actively, you can perform decently. Right now, our stats are already looking quite insane, actually. No, this is S rank. This is usually around the time where you will get like the rank level up. This is normal. So here we get like a normal spirit explosion on stamina. Now on level 5 training, we just click that and all of a sudden our stamina level is at a safe level. We can already see that we're going to max it, right? We can already see that happening. We click power. Of course I failed the 2%. Of course, why would I not fail the 2% on the display run, right? Why would I not fail the 2%? Yeah? Of course. It's okay. It's okay. Now I don't have wood up. I don't have wood up. That's okay. That's okay. So here Riko-chan just gives us like a choice between stamina and guts. That's okay. Alright, cool. You fat. Anyways, as I was saying, yes. Our stat lines will end off fine. Right now we're close to the stat line. And the Wit training has been treating us decently well, except for that one time. We don't talk about that one time. Not sure if you guys hear the hammering. I think somebody's hammering on the floor above, whatever. I hope you guys don't hear it. I hope the mic doesn't catch it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just go out in here. I get Jinja. Whatever. It's okay. So just now we got the skills, right? Just now we got the skills. This is dependent on how many Aoharu explosions you get in a run, right? This is dependent on the explosion amount. So currently in the Aoharu 2.0, we are going to, I'm going to get like more up arrows, and overall I'm getting more explosions. It's normal to get more explosions and see more up arrows. In the OG version, it's less up arrows, less overall explosions, and it's like perfectly normal, right? It's perfectly normal for it to not occur as often. It's... I have to behave. I have to be in a calm condition. This is fine. This is fine. I'm gonna hold myself. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's alright. I don't have to click that. It's not mine. It's not something that I deserve to have. It's not mine. I'm not clicking that. I'm not clicking that. Screw you. Screw you. Don't bait me, game. I have the max speed here. Yeah. So this is a stat line that a majority of you guys should be able to achieve, right? With the correct sparks, come on, you have speed cards, right? You have speed cards. You should be able to achieve this. 800 wit. If you can end on 800 wit normally for the majority of the players that don't have Kitasan Black, you can end on 800 wit. That's perfectly fine as well. Like, wit is just a stat that is like a luxury stat anyways, so it doesn't really... it's alright, it's alright. Alright, so we are now going to fight our final battle. Woo, yippee, yippee, I love it. We don't really care about the skills here, nor do we really care about the team here. This final check, right? Everybody should be around B to A, right? B to A. This guy, I think I exploded this Aoharu purple explosion, so it's S rank. Whatever, it was... whatever. It's okay, it's okay. We win this, right? We're fighting team first. Let's go. Aoharu Hai. Yippee! sometimes, by the way, sometimes I think this one goes to Kyoto 3000. No, like 3,600 meters. Sometimes it's goofy. It's like Nakayama or like Kyoto 3000. Fuck you, youngster! I was this close. I saw that one timeline where I lost though. This is the most exciting part of the Aoharu Hai, bro. I fucking hate this scenario. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. This scenario isn't bad, alright? This scenario isn't bad. This is the first time you guys are introduced to scenario gimmicks, yeah? I just really hate this part. Oh my god. It sometimes gives you heart attacks, bro. I swear to god. All good. It's not like I failed 2%, right? It's not like I failed 2%. If I didn't fail the 2%, I should have been fine. Yeah? So we win the Aoharu Cup. We end off at S rank. That's normal. I think it should be A+ or S rank, if I recall correctly. It might be 1 rank lower than this. It has been 3 years since I played the OG Aoharu Hai. So it has been like 2 years or something. 3 years. So here we just round off our speed stats. Hopefully we don't fail the 2% again. Our power stat is already at 6 level. We already reached our stamina goal. And we already reached our overall stat goal. And we just... we have like our excels, right? We should have like our excels. Yeah. We have like on your left. We have on your left. So this is going to be something like that. We are 1100 speed right now. We are going to get a little bit extra stats from the URA finale. We're still going to get URA finale. This is still the URA finale, yeah. And we are just going to go into the next round. Hopefully we get a wit training into a speed training, yeah. I can click this. I don't fail these. If I fail 2%, that means I win this one, right? Yes, that's 100% how it works. Easy! I'm not even trying to exaggerate anything here, dude. Like I swear to god, I have a grudge with this scenario. I actually have a tiny grudge. Not a tiny grudge. I have a grudge with this scenario. Anyways, yeah. We're here. We are at the semifinals. We don't have a single bit of energy. We're just gonna go click the wit training here, right? 56%. You better win this or else. There we go. Nice, cool. So we win the 56%. Whatever. Sometimes Cygames gives, Cygames takes, right? You know. So wow, this is our stat that we're going to get at the end of the run. This is going to be max speed. I tried my best to hold it and like push it back, push it down a little bit and not leak over 1200, but at the end it still leaked. Remember that the stat at the end of the day in the OGR scenario is going to be lower, alright? The skill point count and also the stat count is going to be about one size lower, or like it's like not as big. It's not as big, basically. But the core idea and everything that I said in this video, aside from the parts that I did point out that is not part of the scenario, should still hold true and be the same. And just now we just got clairvoyance from Riko-chan, and not Riko-chan, sorry. We just got clairvoyance from Fukitaru, and also we got a tiny bit of extra stamina at the end of the run, right? So here our stats end off at 1200, 650 more than 650, 990, 548. I think this is buff. If it's 548, it's a little bit too much. Should not be 548, all right? This is probably around 300 to 400-ish. And then 1085 wit, which is about the same number. So with the same deck in global server, you should be able to achieve close to this stat. Key takeaway here is that, first of all, I think speed training could have been better, although I'm training on a tad bit buffed. I'm training on like a slightly more buffed version of Aoharu Hai. This speed, I barely click speed and I barely click the pink training. So I totally could have high rolled speed a little bit harder, obviously. The wit training, 1085, was normal. Like basically I was holding myself back to not click the purple, so this run did cost a bit in for the sake of like fairness. Anyways, Riko-chan is going to give you around at the end. It's going to give you around 600, and then also it should be around 300-ish guts. You guys play global server and test it out with your deck, with your support cards, with your sparks. Test it out for yourself, right? So everybody has different support cards, and we're all going to be seeing different stuff. We're going to be playing in different styles. Everybody has their different play styles or whatever, right? I'm going to just buy out some skills here. This skill point count, I think, is whatever. Like, the skill point count isn't accurate as well. Like, the new one has a little bit more skill points. Anyways, so I'm going to leak like 500 skill point-ish to keep it fair, basically. Again, currently there is no way for me to access a OG version of Aoharu Hai, so this has to be it. I hope you guys don't mind. Anyway, and also, by the way, I forgot to mention that at the end of the scenario, just now, I think we got, when did we get the ramp up? This is ramp up and on, not on your left. This is ramp up and it's on. This is it's on. This skill should be, you should get it at the December. I think you should get it at December-ish. Yeah, probably that time. Yeah. And so I'm just going to buy something like curvature. I'm going to bring something like right-handed, whatever, sunny. I forgot CM5, whatever. Like yeah, whatever. This is for experiment, anyways. I don't have to go that far. Slipstream, right? Slipstream, and then like yeah. I'm just gonna buy every skill, and then like this, and like yeah, and then I'm going to leak these stats, right? I'm going to leak these stats. Cool, whatever. So we're going to end right here, and at the end we're going to get something like S rank, A plus, S plus. Cool. Probably be, yeah, a tiny bit overboard. Usually it should be S rank or A plus rank-ish. With these cards, it's A plus. Like, you're pretty much hitting A plus every single run, right? Right now, A plus is going to be the average run for your, for your score or whatever. I mean, I don't really care about the scores itself, but people visualize scores better. Anyways, the power stats we hit because of the speed training, and also because we clicked on the Aoharu, the spirit explosions, yeah? And then we passed all of the Aoharu objectives. It was barely a miss, but we passed it, even though we were bricking ourselves in the feet. And then we ran 2 speed, 3 wit, and we were able to get close to the speed cap. Try it for yourself. I think this scenario is going to make a lot more sense when you guys actually have get your hands on it. It's new content. This from now on, every scenario in Umamusume, every new scenario in Umamusume is going to be something like this. One advice for those who stayed up until now, one final advice I would give you is that when you start, before you go into Aoharu Hai, farm a little bit of stamina plus power sparks. Yeah, hopefully you can get like both sides. You can get at least 16 sparks total. I know you guys have some of them. So 18 sparks, stamina, power. Stamina and power sparks is going to be the best tool for you tuning your stats, the stat line. And power sparks is going to be a lot more valuable, right? Power sparks is going to be a lot more valuable because of how this scenario works, and that you're just clicking speed and clicking wit, right? So if you're not bringing bringing a power card in mile and sprint, you want that power spark. And so yeah, give yourself a little bit of time to get used to the scenario. All right. There's no need to instantly rush and make CM aces. I mean, the first CM is a mile CM, so there's that. It's quite easy to build, but in general, whenever a new scenario approaches or whenever a new scenario drops, I like to give myself a good, at least 3 days of time or maybe more for me to upgrade. Firstly, upgrade my team trial Umas. Because upgrading Team Trial Umas, you can actually get a feel of what a high roll and a low roll is, right? Ooh, if I bring these support cards and if I bring, say, certain like other combinations of support cards, this is going to get this stat, this is going to get that stat. It becomes more intuitive for you guys, and it becomes like second nature to you guys to, build according to your stamina sparks and also build according to your power sparks and some whatnot, right? According to your deck, right? So yeah, get a feel for yourself on this scenario. I hope you guys enjoy your first new scenario in global. Back then I was really excited and I spent a lot of time making like Aoharu was when I really started to go all out on CMs, and man, those were the days. I will never forget Aoharu Hai. It's derogatory. I hate it. But it has its merits. It's fun. It's enjoyable to play. The explosion sound is really nice. It's, have a blast. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I don't know, leave a like, comment, subscribe, buy me a coffee if you want. I'm probably going to get my second monitor soon. Yeah. Yeah, and join channel members, whatnot. I'm not going to do channel members only videos from now on, but if you want to support me, join channel members. Right. I stream on Twitch most of the time, most of the days. Whatever. Why am I saying this? Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.